My child, pause for a moment. Let everything else fade into the background. Let the noise of the day, the heaviness of your thoughts, the countless voices pulling at you, let them all fall silent. I have something to tell you, and I need you to truly hear it. Not just with your thoughts, but in that quiet, hidden place within your heart. These words were not formed by accident. They were shaped with care, with love, long before the foundation of all things was laid. I prepared them for you, for this very moment, for where you are right now. You are not here by chance. You did not end up in this place simply because life carried you here without direction. You are here because I called you, softly, surely, with purpose and with love. I see you, my child. I see the version of you that smiles when others are near, and I see the version of you that sits quietly when the day ends, holding more than anyone around you realizes. I see the exhaustion behind your eyes. I see the questions you hesitate to speak aloud. I see the dreams you have carefully folded and set aside, afraid to hope for them any longer. I see all of it, and none of it pushes me away. None of it makes me love you less. If anything, it draws me closer to you. You have walked through seasons that were harder than you ever expected. You have carried burdens that were never meant for one person to bear alone. There were nights when the silence felt unbearable, mornings when simply getting up felt like the hardest thing you had ever been asked to do. Yet you rose. You kept moving forward. I saw that, my child. I saw every single step. There were moments when you whispered prayers into what seemed like empty air, moments when you wondered if anyone was truly listening, moments when you didn't even know what to say, so you just sat in the silence, hoping it was enough. It was enough. I heard every word. I heard every silence. I heard everything your heart couldn't put into words. There is not a single cry you have ever made that I did not catch, not one tear that has fallen that I have not held in my hands. You have never been speaking into emptiness. I have always been here, listening, leaning close, closer than your own breath. And I am here now, speaking back to you. This is the moment your heart has quietly been reaching for. This is the answer to the question you have asked in 100 different ways. You are seen. You are known. You are not alone. Let that sink deep into you. You are not invisible to me. You are not a face in a crowd I struggle to recall. I know your name. I know the rhythm of your heartbeat. I know the exact weight of what has been pressing on your chest, and I have come to speak directly into it. My child, I want you to understand this clearly. Your pain is real. I do not dismiss it. I do not rush past it. The grief you have carried, the heartbreak, the disappointment, the confusion, I know how heavy it has been. There were relationships that left wounds, words spoken over you that settled deep, shaping how you saw yourself in ways you never intended, losses that took pieces of your heart with them, moments when the future you believed in seemed to fall apart before your eyes, and you didn't know how to rebuild hope from what remained. I know all of it. I was there for every one of those moments, not watching from a distance, not untouched by what you were going through. I was right there with you, grieving with you, holding the parts of you that were breaking. Even when you couldn't feel me, even when my presence felt distant, I was there. and I need you to know something about those hard seasons. They were not proof that I had forgotten you. They were not punishment. They were not signs that your life had slipped beyond my care. Every valley you walked through, I walked through with you. Every dark night, I was the quiet presence that held you when nothing else could. Every broken moment, I was already holding the pieces, already working even when you couldn't see it. You were never abandoned, not once. My child, you have been carrying something in secret, fears you haven't told anyone, doubts that rise up in the still hours, a quiet voice inside that sometimes asks, "Am I enough? Does any of this matter? Will it ever get better?" I hear that voice. I hear every question it asks, and I want to answer each one. Yes, you are enough. Not because of what you have achieved, not because you have everything together, but because you are mine, and my love does not require you to earn it. Yes, it matters. Your life matters. Your heart matters deeply to me. And yes, it will get better. Not because circumstances will always go the way you hope, but because I am at work in ways you cannot see yet, building, preparing, clearing the way for what lies ahead.
Hold on to that, my child. When doubt rises, hold on. When fear is loud, hold on. When everything inside you wants to let go of hope, hold on. Because I am holding on to you, and I will not let go. My child, I see the nights you have spent wide awake, staring at the ceiling while the world slept quietly. Your mind replaying conversations, decisions, moments you wish had gone differently. There is a unique loneliness in those hours, a kind that feels far from rest. I know those nights. I was in each one, when sleep would not come and your thoughts felt like a storm you couldn't quiet. I was sitting with you in the middle of it, not asleep, not absent, right there with you in the dark. I want to speak to you about that silence now, because sometimes silence feels like absence, but that is not what it is. When you could not hear my voice, it did not mean I was gone. I am not a God who disappears when things get difficult. I am a God who stays, who remains, who does not waver. The quiet seasons were never empty. They were full of my presence, even when you could not feel it. Think of a root growing slowly and deeply beneath the soil before a single leaf appears above ground. You cannot see the root working, but it is working without ceasing. I was working in the hidden places, in the parts of your story you could not yet see. And what grows slowly in the dark often blooms most beautifully when the light finally comes. Your story is not over, my child. It has not even reached its most beautiful chapter. My child, I also see the moments when you have doubted yourself, when you have replayed your choices and wondered if you made the wrong ones, when you have felt the gap between who you are and who you hope to be. I want you to know something about those gaps. They do not disqualify you. They do not disappoint me. They are simply the space where my grace does its most beautiful work. I want you to know something about the weariness you feel. It is not weakness. It is the evidence of how long you have held on. Weak people do not carry what you have carried and keep walking. Weak people do not love others when their own hearts are breaking. Weak people do not wake up and try again when trying feels impossible. You have done all of those things. That is not weakness. That is a quiet, enduring, beautiful kind of strength, and I see it clearly, even when you cannot see it in yourself. My child, I want you to do something right now. Write, "I am held" in the comments below. It is a simple act, but declarations matter. Speaking truth out loud matters. Let those 3 words be your response to what I am saying to you in this moment. Let it be the first small step of leaning in. Now, my child, let me go deeper. I want to speak to something very close to the center of your heart. I want to speak to the question of your worth, because somewhere along the way, you began to believe something about yourself that was never true. Maybe it was a word spoken carelessly by someone you trusted. Maybe it was a pattern of disappointment that quietly taught you not to expect too much. Maybe it was failure or rejection, or the feeling of being consistently overlooked. Whatever it was, it planted a seed, and over time that seed grew into a belief that said, you are less than, you are too much or not enough, you do not truly belong. I want to speak directly to that belief today. It is a lie, every piece of it, and I want to uproot it carefully, gently from the places where it has taken hold. You were not made to carry that belief. It does not belong to you. When I look at you, I do not see your failures first. I do not scan your record of mistakes before deciding whether you are worth my love. I see my child, my creation, the one I shaped with intention and care. I see someone worth everything, someone I chose before the foundations of the world were laid. That is how I see you always, without exception, without condition.
The world will tell you that worth must be earned, that love is conditional, that acceptance depends on performance. The world measures by output, by appearance, by what you can produce. But that is not how I measure you. I do not measure you against others. I do not compare your journey to those around you. I formed you uniquely. Your path is yours alone, and every step of it, every twist, every unexpected turn is held within my hands. My child, I want to speak to the shame you carry, the things you have done that you wish you could undo, the moments you are not proud of, the choices that still follow you like shadows. Shame is a heavy thing. It is one of the heaviest things a heart can carry, and it is a liar. It tells you that what you have done defines what you are. It tells you that forgiveness has a limit, that some things are simply too far gone, even for grace. I need you to hear me on this, because it is one of the most important things I will say. There is no limit to my forgiveness. None. There is no version of your story that is too broken for me to enter. There is no past too dark for my light to reach. I am not shocked by what you have done. I am not pulling back from you. I am the God who walks toward the mess, not away from it. And I am walking toward you right now, fully, without hesitation. What you have done does not define you. What I say about you defines you. And I say you are forgiven. I say you are restored. I say you are made new. Let that truth rise up louder than the voice of shame. Let it be what you hold on to when the past tries to speak over your future. My child, let me speak now to those who have been strong for a very long time, those who hold others together, who carry the weight so that those around them don't have to, those who say they are fine because it is easier to explain what they actually feel, those who have been showing up for everyone else while quietly disappearing on the inside. I see you, and I want you to hear something you may not often hear. You are allowed to need. You are allowed to be held. You are allowed to lay it down. You were not created to carry everything on your own. Strength is a beautiful thing, but even the tallest things in creation have a place where they rest. The tallest trees have the deepest roots, and the deepest roots reach down to living water. You need water too, my child. You need to let yourself be refilled, restored, tended to. Come to me, not with your strength, but with your need. That is not weakness, that is wisdom. I am not waiting for you to have it all together before I welcome you. I am welcoming you right now, exactly as you are, exactly where you stand. Come tired if tired is what you are. Come confused if that is where you find yourself today. Come with questions if the answers have not yet arrived. I am not a God who requires you to be presentable before entering my presence. I am the God who says, "Come as you are." My child, I know there are prayers you have stopped praying, hopes you quietly set aside because hoping felt too costly when it kept going unanswered. Dreams you once held with both hands that now sit in a corner of your heart, too tender to touch. I have not forgotten those prayers, not a single one. I have not set aside those desires as though they no longer matter. Every prayer you have ever offered has been held by me. Every hope you have ever carried has been seen. And I want to breathe fresh life into the places that have grown quiet. I am not a God who lets the beautiful things you entrusted to me simply fall away. I am the God who tends carefully to what has been placed in my hands. Those seeds of hope that you planted long ago, they are not dead. They are alive. They are growing in ways you cannot yet see, and when the season turns, they will break through the surface and bloom in a way that takes your breath away. Do not close your heart, my child. I know it has been bruised. I know it has been hurt by hoping before, but a heart kept open, even when it is afraid, is a heart I can work with. A heart kept open is a heart that can still receive everything I have for you. Let me tend to it. Let me be the one who keeps it soft. My child, let me speak to the waiting. I know that many of you have been waiting for a long time, waiting for the door to open, for the answer to come, for the situation to shift, waiting for relief, for healing, for the thing you have been trusting me for. And the waiting has been hard. There are moments when waiting feels exactly like being forgotten, when it seems like everyone else is moving forward while you remain still, when you begin to wonder if you somehow missed your window, if your chance has already passed. I need to tell you this as clearly as I can. You have not been forgotten, not for a single moment, not for a single day. Every season of waiting has been a season of preparation. I have been building something in you that could not have been built any faster. I have been shaping something in the stillness that movement could not have produced. The waiting was not wasted. The quiet season was not empty. It was full of my careful, intentional work in the places you could not see.
Think of it this way. A diamond is not formed quickly. It is formed under immense pressure over a long and hidden period of time, and the very conditions that could seem like destruction are the exact conditions required to produce something of extraordinary value. You are not being crushed, my child. You are being formed, and what is being formed in you is more beautiful than you yet know. Do not despise the waiting. Do not rush the process. The blessings I have placed along your path will not pass you by. They have your name on them, and when the time is right, you will step into every single one. My child, I also want to speak to the comparison, the moments when you look at someone else's life and feel the quiet ache of wondering, why not me? Why does their path seem clearer, easier, more certain? Why do their prayers seem to be answered while yours still wait? Comparison is a thief. It will take your peace if you let it, and it will always lie to you about what you are seeing. You are not seeing the full picture of another person's journey. You are only seeing what is visible. You are not walking their road. You are walking yours, and the road I designed for you is not a lesser road. It is the exact road that leads to the exact life I created you to live. Another person's blessing is not evidence that you have been overlooked. It is simply their season, and your season is also coming. Stay on your road, my child. Keep your eyes forward. Keep walking with me. Do not let someone else's chapter make you lose faith in your own. I am writing your story with the same love and intentionality I pour into every story I write, and the ending I have planned for you is a good one. If you are choosing to trust me today, even through the uncertainty, even with tired eyes and a heavy heart, write, "I trust you, Lord," in the comments. Let those words be your declaration. Let them be the anchor you press into the ground right now. That kind of trust offered through difficulty is the most precious kind there is, and I receive it with great love. I want to speak to the moments when you have asked me, how much longer? I hear that question, I honor it, and my answer is this: long enough to build in you what needs to be built, and not one day more. I do not extend your trials without reason. Think of it this way: a diamond is not formed quickly. It is formed under immense pressure over a long and hidden period of time, and the very conditions that could seem like destruction are the exact conditions required to produce something of extraordinary value. You are not being crushed, my child. You are being formed, and what is being formed in you is more beautiful than you yet know. Do not despise the waiting. Do not rush the process. The blessings I have placed along your path will not pass you by. They have your name on them, and when the time is right, you will step into every single one. My child, I also want to speak to the comparison, the moments when you look at someone else's life and feel the quiet ache of wondering, why not me? Why does their path seem clearer, easier, more certain? Why do their prayers seem to be answered while yours still wait? Comparison is a thief. It will take your peace if you let it, and it will always lie to you about what you are seeing. You are not seeing the full picture of another person's journey. You are only seeing what is visible. You are not walking their road. You are walking yours, and the road I designed for you is not a lesser road. It is the exact road that leads to the exact life I created you to live.
Another person's blessing is not evidence that you have been overlooked. It is simply their season, and your season is also coming. Stay on your road, my child. Keep your eyes forward. Keep walking with me. Do not let someone else's chapter make you lose faith in your own. I am writing your story with the same love and intentionality I pour into every story I write, and the ending I have planned for you is a good one. If you are choosing to trust me today, even through the uncertainty, even with tired eyes and a heavy heart, write, "I trust you, Lord," in the comments. Let those words be your declaration. Let them be the anchor you press into the ground right now. That kind of trust, offered through difficulty, is the most precious kind there is, and I receive it with great love. I want to speak to the moments when you have asked me, "How much longer?" I hear that question, I honor it, and my answer is this: long enough to build in you what needs to be built, and not one day more. I do not extend your trials without reason. Every moment has a purpose, and the purposes I am working toward in you are good. My child, the season of heaviness is turning. The weight you have been carrying is lifting. Even now, as these words reach you, I am not asking you to feel it all at once. Healing rarely arrives like a flood. More often, it comes like a dawn, softly, one small degree of light at a time, until suddenly you realize the dark is behind you and there is warmth on your face again. That is what is happening. That is what I am doing. Even in the moments that feel unchanged, I am changing things. In the places that still feel the same, I am moving. Do not let the slowness of the process convince you that nothing is happening. Some of the most important things that have ever taken place in your life you did not see until they were already complete. Trust the work even when you cannot see it. Trust the hands that are doing it. I am still speaking over your life. I am still here. I am still holding you. There is no place you can go where my love cannot reach you. There is no thought too dark, no past too broken, no moment too far gone that I cannot enter and bring healing. I am not afraid of your mess. I am not shocked by your struggle. I am the God who steps into the middle of storms, and I bring a peace that nothing else in this world can give. You have tried to be strong for so long. You have carried so much in silence. You tell others you are fine, but I see deeper. I see the nights when sleep will not come, the mornings when it is hard to rise, the moments when you feel like giving up on the thing you have been believing for. I see it all, and I want you to know you do not have to do this alone. I am your strength. I am your safe place. You do not have to keep pretending. Come to me just as you are. No performance, no mask, just you. I will meet you with open arms. My child, you have survived days you thought would destroy you. You have kept walking when your heart was heavy and your strength felt gone. That is something I see, and I do not take lightly. I see the quiet courage it took to rise each morning. I see how you have kept loving, kept giving, kept believing even with a broken heart. That matters to me. You matter to me. And because you have kept going, I am opening new doors for you, doors you didn't even know existed. You have been faithful in the small and difficult things, and now I am entrusting you with more. There are blessings with your name on them, gifts I have wrapped in love and placed along your path. You do not have to chase them. You do not have to earn your way to them. Just keep walking with me. Keep choosing kindness. Keep loving people. I will make sure that every good thing I have promised finds its way to you. My child, I want you to hear something about your future. It is not a continuation of your past. The failures you have walked through are not a preview of what lies ahead. The losses you have known are not a pattern that will simply repeat without end. I am not a God who runs in circles. I am a God who moves forward, and I am moving you forward. There is light ahead that you have not yet seen. There is joy ahead that you have not yet tasted. There are doors ahead that have not yet opened, but they will. There are people ahead whose lives...
Hold on for that moment, my child. It is coming. Your future is not empty. It is not closed. It is full. Full of my promises, full of my purposes, full of more love than you have yet experienced. I have prepared it carefully. I have placed good things along your path, and I will make sure that you do not miss a single one. My child, I need you to believe this. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right where you need to be to receive what I have for you next. Every hard thing you have walked through has been shaping you, not breaking you. Shaping you like a skilled craftsman who works with pressure and heat, not to destroy, but to refine. I have been at work in you, and what has come through that process is not ruined. It is stronger. It is ready. I am proud of you, my child, not because you have done everything right, but because you have stayed, because you have tried, because you have believed, sometimes just barely, but enough to keep going. That is faith. That is real, genuine, beautiful faith. That is enough. Now, my child, I want you to arise. Not because the road is suddenly easy, not because everything has been resolved and every question has been answered. Rise because the one who holds the stars in place is holding you. Rise because your story is not finished and the pages ahead are worth walking toward. You were made for more than fear. You were made for more than just surviving. You were made to live fully, to love deeply, to walk with your head lifted, not because you have it all together, but because I am in you, and where I am, there is always light. The world may look at you and see ordinary, but I look at you and I see something rare, something that has been shaped and tested and refined, something that is now ready for what I have been preparing it for. Walk boldly, my child. Walk with trust. Walk with courage. Walk knowing that I am right beside you every single step. And when fear rises, remember this: I am with you. When doubt tries to steal your peace, remember this: I am faithful. When the world feels shaky and uncertain, remember this: I am your rock, and I do not move. Let my words be the truth you hold on to when everything else feels unsure. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not wandering without purpose. You are walking with me toward good things, toward the life I created you to live. My child, you were never meant to figure all of this out on your own. You were never meant to carry the weight of tomorrow on your shoulders today. I already hold tomorrow. I already see what is ahead.
and I promise you, the hands that hold your future are steady. They do not shake, they do not fail. The same hands that formed the stars hold your story, and I promise you, the ending will be beautiful. Now, let us close this time together the way it was always meant to be closed. My child, before this time draws to a close, I want to say one more thing. This place, these words, the quiet you chose to step into today, it matters. It is a sacred thing. When my child turns their heart toward me, when you seek me out in the middle of a busy and difficult life, I notice. I am honored by that. I am near in it. If this has been a place of rest for your heart, a place where you have heard my voice and been reminded of who you are, then stay close. Come back. Bring your heart here whenever you need to. Let this be a place you return to again and again, because there is more I want to speak over your life, and I want you to be here to receive it. My child, you are not who the world has said you are. You are not defined by your worst moments. You are not limited by your past. You are not behind, and you are not too late. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not alone. Not now, not ever. You are mine, chosen before you had the chance to earn it, loved before you even knew my name, held even in the moments when you believed you had been released. I have never looked at you and seen a burden. I have always looked at you and seen something precious, my treasure, my child, my beloved. Walk out of this moment knowing that. Carry it with you into whatever today holds. When the noise rises, return to this quiet. When doubt speaks, return to this truth. When you feel the weight pressing down again, remember this. I am with you. I am for you. I am not going anywhere, and neither are you. Let us close this time together the way it was always meant to be closed, with gratitude, with surrender, with your heart open before me.
Let us pray. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for this quiet place. Thank you for the stillness that reminds me I am never truly alone. In this gentle and soft moment, I feel the beauty of your nearness, and I feel your love wrapping around me like something warm and sure and steady. I come before you today not with perfectly formed words. I come with a heart that is honest, a heart that simply needs you. Jesus, you know the things I carry, the burdens I have struggled to set down. Help me to lay them at your feet right now. Let me breathe in your peace. Let me breathe out every fear, every worry, every weight I have been holding too tightly. Walk with me through whatever lies ahead. Whisper to my heart when I feel unsure. Remind me in the smallest and simplest moments that you are near. Help me to trust that even when I cannot see the full path before me, you are already there. Your light goes ahead of me, step by step, day by day. Lord, I surrender this day to you. Teach me to love more gently, to speak with more grace, to act with a heart that reflects yours. Thank you for never leaving me. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for filling my life with purpose, even in the seasons I did not understand. I rest in your love today. I trust in your timing. I praise you for who you are and for what you are doing in me even now.
In your precious name, Jesus, I pray. Amen.